Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. It's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show on iHeart Radio, your place for fun, informative, weekly car talk.
And welcome back to In Wheel Time, Houston's award-winning automotive talk show. And we're going to be joined here from, I'm assuming, Dearborn, Michigan, Corey Williams with Ford, and he's going to tell us how exciting it is about the new F-150 Lightning. Corey, how you doing?
Morning. Thanks for having me. How you guys doing?
Awesome. Glad to have you join us.
Thanks.
So, Corey, I know we're going to talk about the Rouge plant and what all it's done, but can you give us a quick look or just tell us real quickly about the truck, and then we'll go talk about how you're building it?
Oh, wow. If you're an F-150 fan, you will be fanatical about the F-150 Lightning. It is full size truck, just as capable as the ICE F-150, but more importantly, it's more capable. It's fast. It's powerful. It's all those things you look for in a truck and then some.
And I understand you guys had just introduced or just started production. Is that correct? I think
yes,
this week
yes,
you guys
we did.
Announced it.
Yes, we're very excited. We're ramping up and we're building this amazing vehicle. I tell you what, this Lightning is it's going to take over the roads of America. It's really going to.
That's a statement.
It's going to shock the world.
Yeah,
it's going to shock the world.
Oh, yeah, just play on words. So Corey, we went out to the Ford media site and we got some B-roll for the Rouge plant, and that thing has all been kind of redone to produce this particular vehicle. So we're going to let that roll while you kind of tell us about the
Sure.
Rouge complex, absolutely. I guess is what is that the right way to call it?
It's the Rouge Electric Vehicle Center.
Rouge Electric Vehicle Center.
Well, tell us about it.
So it's currently it's a little over 500,000 square foot facility that was actually built on the same site where Dearborn Assembly Plant was. So there's some historic ties there. Always tell people, we made the building sustainable. And when I say sustainable in every aspect, it is a green building, from the daylights on the side that come in and you get the natural light, from the LEDs, from the zero waste to land, from everything we do or we use to build this vehicle gets recycled. So we're very excited about that.
And with the new F-150 Lightning, and I love the continuation of the name Lightning within that. I know you guys have had somewhere around 200,000 hand raisers, pre-orders put up for it, but your production isn't going to quite meet that amount. It's a nice day when you have way more people wanting your vehicle than you can build.
That's for sure, yeah.
Yeah, yes, it is. We're going to ramp up. We announced that we're going to ramp up to in 23. We're going to be about mid-23. We're going to be about 150,000 a year.
That's a good number.
Some of the thing, we're looking at some of the video, the B-roll of one of the vehicles being assembled, and everything is. I've been through some of the assembly plants, and it's still a car plant. They're still working on cars and trucks. But this thing in the pictures looks really super clean. I mean, there is no dirt nowhere.
Yes, that's true. The difference from a traditional car plant, assembly plant, there's no conveyance in this plant on the floor, which gives us the ability to flex our production. And we use automated guided carriers to take the vehicle from station to station. Which is exciting. And that's how we move the vehicle through. That's something that's new for us in Ford. And again, this is, the entire facility, we've used technology and innovation to make it better for the operator. right? If the operator is efficient, is capable, and you're giving them what they need, that's just going to translate into a better product going to the customer. So that's something we're pretty excited about.
That's really
more important. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
And more importantly, we've found ways through technology to have the base operator communicate with us at point of fit immediately, and we can communicate back and forth. So that's something we're very proud of, very excited, because the more we serve our operators, the better off we are. And every workstation is designed around the people, or I call them the experts who are building these vehicles.
And do you assume that, or is the plan for these automated guidance vehicles that are taking the place of the tracks in the ground that move vehicles from station to station, do you see that expanding into other production facilities within Ford as it's proven at this facility?
Yes. Everything we're doing right now at the Rouge Electric Vehicle Center is going to catapult us into the future of what Ford Motor Company will look like. It will definitely give us more opportunity to flex our production, to expand it. In a normal assembly plant, and I've been with the company for going on 27 years, and this is my 6th assembly plant. It takes a while to take all that conveyance, dig it up, extend it, all those type things. But with this, all we need is building space, and we can flex the volume, which is a really good thing.
And lots of yellow lines on the floor, which means stay out of the way. This is where the AGV is blowing through.
Well, actually, the good thing about it is it will stop. It will not run you over. So it's not guided off the yellow line, so to speak, like the old traditional AGCs. So these things are smart. When I tell you the technology is there, they're very smart. So
it's almost like an autonomous driving vehicle. Then it's got sensors in it that knows this is where I'm going, and I got somebody in front of me, so I got to stop. That's real interesting.
So when do you assume that the first F-150 Lightning is going to be at the dealership for retail sale?
I couldn't tell you exactly,
rough guess,
but it's going to be soon.
Well, that's good news, because I know not only are the dealers waiting for this truck, the consumers are just banging on the dealer's door waiting for this truck, because it's so exciting. It's exciting to see, and you guys coming, my opinion, first to market with a full size pickup truck, electric pickup truck is Fords have been an industry leader in so many things through the years. You guys deserve first place in this as well.
Now, you stated that that's a 500,000 square foot facility on the Rouge property, and in the opening shot, you could see the steel mill behind it. Is that still active, or what's going on with that?
So that steel mill Ford no longer owns, and it still is active. But we are expanding the building, and we announced that, and we're going more towards, I guess, the steel mill, if you want to say, but we're not close to that.
The reason I say that, I grew up in Detroit.
Did you?
Oh, yeah, a long time ago. And that's an icon. It's a staple. Back when they had the old Ford glass plant in Dearborn, or the glass building. That's what the nickname was when we grew up. So very interesting, a lot of innovation, and that's fantastic stuff.
So, Corey, you've had a chance to drive one of these, I'm assuming?
Absolutely. And,
smile came back there.
Yeah. True story. And when I tell you it's an amazing vehicle, so I've been with the company going on 27 years. And in that, I said, okay, told my launch team I wanted to drive a vehicle. So I took the vehicle home, and I first got into it. I got onto the road, and I stepped on the gas, or the electric.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. As you would normally do in a ICE vehicle. And in doing that, I lit the tires up a little bit.
Oh.
Right. So, you have 700 plus pounds of instant torque. There's no hesitation of 560 plus horsepower. And when I tell you, it puts you in your seat, it is not what you think. It is more than what you think.
Oh, how cool is that? And I know that Ford's intent is this vehicle is going to be a fully capable uh, pickup truck. So when you talk about the amount of available torque and horsepower, throw a trailer on it and tow. Throw a load in it and move it. This is a fully capable pickup truck. This isn't just something that's electric because we want to sell electric. We want to sell a capable half-ton truck, and I would assume somewhere down the road, and I know you can't tell me because you're still there for 27 years. There's probably plans for a Super Duty on the EV chassis as well.
That actually I don't know, but you know, we believe in being on the cutting edge, and you never know.
Can you give us any secrets?
No secrets. But the one thing I can tell you though, this truck can go to a work site and power the work site up. Anything you need. And if you want to go tailgate, we have the front. You can put whatever your beverages or whatever, ice in that front, so forth and so on. So when I tell you this thing is, it will address all of your personal needs and then some. It's just a wow truck.
And then does the truck come with a home charging station, or is that an additional item? And do you guys have relationships with electrical contractors in the area for the installation of those items?
We offer some services.
Okay.
I don't necessarily know the detail, but I do know you can plug it in at home to your 110 and help charge overnight.
Okay. Yeah, and I know some people will be looking for a more powerful charger as well. Is it designed to recharge at 110? Can it get you to 80% in 6 hours, 8 hours of charge? Or are you going to need to go to a 220 to get that level of charge that quickly?
It can charge. Everyone I've talked to, it charges overnight. But there are some services that we will be offering around larger chargers, higher level chargers,
That's
those
smart.
type things that you can put into your home.
Yeah, that's smart because that's something I'm sure a lot of customers are going to be looking for is a higher, faster level of charge. And if you guys have relationships out there where you're selling those components, that'll work out quite well.
Interesting. So, is there? Let's go back to the plant. So the plant, I mean, we were looking at the video, and there was one of time lapse where you actually built a complete truck. You know, it went through the whole thing on the video, and the way it's set up, I mean, like you said, you kind of do things backwards, or not backwards, different from everybody else. You use the program tram to move the vehicle instead of just having the parts come in like a lot of people do to the assembly line. So in my mind, and once you get things going with the Lightning, couldn't you just build something else at the same plant? I mean,
Could we build something else at the same plant?
Yes.
Is that the question?
Yes. I mean, so it's the
Adaptability.
adaptability, yes. Like a Maverick. If you wanted to build that there or something else you wanted to build electric.
Well, I think that's what I was asking about. Is this technology of the automated guided vehicle is going to be adaptable to other assembly plants?
Well, I was thinking that plant.
Well, the good problem we have is I don't have any room for anything else because I need to get these Lightnings out to the customer. I'm sure there's flexibility in this technology, and that's how it was designed to do various things throughout the plant.
So in its present state, you're going to use all the capacity that you have there for the Lightning trucks.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And how much, because I know when you bring in electric vehicle components, there's got to be a pretty strong safety protocol as they're installing certain features of the vehicle. How much training did that involve for your line workers, let's say?
Oh, that's a great question. We did a lot of extensive training up front. And you're right. There's, we're dealing with a battery pack. But we've also designed it to be able to assemble and keep our people safe, most important. And in various stages of the build, there's different protocols, but we did extensive trainings for weeks around how we operate, how we handle, how I repair people, disassemble, et cetera, when we're diagnosing particular issues. So there's weeks upon weeks of training.
Yeah, because when you cross that kind of voltage, it's a high enough voltage to hold on to you, and that kind of amperage, it takes a lot of safety procedures to keep everybody from having an issue. And that's
Absolutely.
I know at the dealership level, that's also going to be a requirement. Is that correct?
I'm sure it is. Again, the company has done all types of studies and proper protocols, and between our customer dealer network and all those type things, we always keep people first and foremost and their safety. And we're very confident in what we have and what we're doing. So we're there.
So
I would think that even something as simple as static electricity, with circuit packs and some of the other things, there's got to be some precautions taken to keep your guys from developing static electricity and passing it on to electronic components.
Yeah, that's designed in the vehicle. And again, first and foremost, safety of people is our jobs, right? And all the way back to the design and how you build it and how it charges up, all these particular things goes all the way back into the design. So we're very confident in that, and we don't have any issues with that.
So how long will it take a vehicle to run through production from the start where you assign, the first piece of metal to it till the end where they do the drive off the assembly line? How much time will a vehicle spend on the line?
That's probably, I'm going to defer that question to communications. I know.
Good answer.
Well, with now, is 150,000 planned this year, or is that, you said that was 2023?
Yeah, we released that recently. So 2023, we're ramping up to those levels.
That's cool. Which is, that's going to be a truck rolling off the line every few seconds as they get the build rate up. But, it still takes it time from start to finish.
So current F-150, we build every 53 seconds.
Okay.
So let's just you could do the math from there. And this is not this is an add-on. Let's just say that.
I think he's running for office.
And do you will the F-150 Lightning, will it take longer or shorter than an ICE-powered F-150? Because I would think the componentry installation on a Lightning might be a little bit easier than all of the stuff you got to do under the hood of an ICE-powered.
You are 100% correct. It is a easier build than a ICE vehicle. But everything is depends upon takt time and demand and all those type things, and we can ebb and flow that. But we are, but you're right. This is a easier build from the engineering community, product development. They made it very easy for us manufacturers to assemble this thing. So it's we're very happy about that. I'm very happy about that.
And with that being easier to build and being, and I'm going into my head here, single powertrain componentry, the repeatability of the build, the repetition of the build tends to build much higher quality, because you don't have to read something to say, oh, this has this component in it, this has this, and that combination of things doesn't necessarily make production harder when it's all the repetition of one powertrain, one thing under the hood. the build quality goes up, which in turn means your quality to your end customer is higher as well.
I have an industrial engineering job open. Are you available?
Yeah.
You're a real manufacturer there.
We won't go into my history.
No. Or warrants.
Yeah. But yes, you're spot on with that. But the one thing I want to point out though, and when I mentioned earlier how we design the workstation for the operator, when I tell you this thing is 100% sustainable, there's no paper to tell them how to build it. There's none of that. You know, we used to have travelers on vehicles, etc. So we have created all of our, and excuse my dog.
No, we love it. We love it.
Ours is
Trust me, I'm not doing
today.
anything to the dog.
The Suze is on vacation this week.
Yeah, we usually have a beagle sleeping in front of us here.
Oh, okay. So we actually have computer monitors, screens that tell them what to do on the vehicle. And then we give them positive feedback to how they actually built that vehicle. And we call it gamification. So it's kind of like a game, so to speak. And it's something really cool, something innovative using technology. And again, to get that feedback from the operator and us give the operator feedback, which is like really good.
Real time.
And that's very much of a change in what's been going on off the production floor as well.
Yes.
Is, you know, they've always had the end on pull thing, but that didn't tell you anything. That just said stop. Now with that kind of communication, instant communication, it's hey, you know, it's lefty loosey, righty tighty. And I righty loosied it, and hold on, let's do this correctly.
Fixed it.
Yes, because you know, if you do everything with people as a center, you design things as people as the center of it all. You know, the core, the crux of it is you have to communicate with the person, and that's the design that we have. And the more we communicate, as we know, period, as a society, whatever it is, the more we communicate, the better off we are. And the more importantly, the more we learn.
Well, Corey, we really appreciate you joining us today. I think we learned a lot. We wish you great success in the launch of the F-150 Lightning. And I know for you, the launch is important, but it's building it correctly, and the production process is where your heart lays. At the assembly plant, and we wish you well in all of that.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it. You bet.
You have a good day.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
You know, the Lightning's going to be a disruptor. You know, it's truly going to be a game changer.
And are they going to give tours of the plant? That'd be awesome.
It's not very often you get to talk to somebody about the plant itself.
Very good.
So
build it.
let's step into this week in auto history.
What are we stepping in?
Yeah, we're going to step in.
Stepping into this week in auto history, and we have some Ford stuff this week in auto history. In 1949, Ford began production of its first post-war design, and this has become an iconic, what they call the shoebox Ford, through the years, and quite desirable. But after World War II, you know, it took them a couple of years to bring that design back, and that was Ford's. In 1948, Land Rover was unveiled for the first time at the Amsterdam Motor Show. Land Rover was developed as a result of a necessity when Maurice Wilkes, the Rover engineer, was unable to procure parts for his constantly breaking down World War II American Jeep while working on his farm in Wales. So he developed Land Rover, and since then, this has become not just the safari vehicle of Wild Kingdom; it has become the luxury vehicle of the industry now.
I'd drive that.
Yep. In 1985, the legendary Ayrton Senna won his first of 41 Formula One victories, driving the Lotus Renault at the Portuguese Grand Prix in Estoril, Spain. Now, if you look at this car, I believe this car was the
quintessential.
Well, the quintessential, but it was also the I'm trying to think of the thought for the Bandit Trans Am car. this black and goldness. I think the John Player Special and the Trans Am Bandit are, there's a relationship between the two of them. In 1987, Chrysler Corporation purchased Lamborghini for an estimated $25 million. At the time, the performance automaker was experiencing financial difficulty and was under ownership of the Merriman brothers. And Chrysler sold it years later at quite a loss, and now it is part of the Volkswagen Group. Lamborghini is. In 1995, after producing about 6,900 cars, Lotus tuned Chevy Corvette ZR1 was ceased. The heart of the car was a Lotus-built LT5 V8 engine that was actually built by Mercury Marine in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Wow.
So they were building it. Had a very unique intake manifold. It had 4-valve per cylinder combustion chambers, 4 camshafts to control them. It could shut off half of the intake valves and fuel injectors when the engine was at part throttle. Originally, it was rated at 375 horsepower. The second year, they boosted that to 405 horsepower. Still quite the collectible vehicle out there in the industry are the ZR1 Corvettes. In 2004, the last Oldsmobile comes off the assembly line at the Lansing Assembly Plant in Michigan, signaling the end of a 106-year-old automotive brand, America's oldest at the time.
Of course, we had to get an old story in here.
The factory workers signed the last Oldsmobile and the Alero sedan before it was moved on to the Ransom Olds Museum. And to this day, I kick myself. I was in Detroit at a meeting, and a bunch of the guys went to Lansing Assembly, and they're in this picture, and I hung out in Detroit to drink.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a good place to do that.
And then in 2009, General Motors made the fateful announcement that they declared plans to phase out the Pontiac brand. The Pontiac heritage predates the brand by nearly 20 years because it first came out and it was called Oakland Motor Cars, founded in Pontiac, Michigan, in Oakland County, hence the name Oakland Motor Cars.
And you had to use the last shot of that with that vehicle. Nice.
Yeah. The Pontiac Aztec, truly the ugliest vehicle General Motors ever made. And that is this week in automotive history.
Very good.
And with that, we'll probably jump into a break.
Yeah, we could do that.
Father's Day weekend, Saturday, June 18th, 2022. It's the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In, and you're invited. Tailpipes and Tacos Father's Day edition will be at the same Loopy Tortilla in Katy, 8 to 11 a.m. on Saturday, June 18th. It's the only place cruisers compete for trophies and other prizes. Enter your vehicle for Best Hot Rod, Best Classic, and Best Modern Classic. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's coolest cruise-in and is your opportunity to see the best hot rods, show cars, classics, and resto mods, and get Loopy Tortilla breakfast tacos and adult beverages. There's no entry fee, and cars will automatically compete for custom Loopy trophies and other prizes. It all happens at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10. Kick off summer with Tailpipes and Tacos Father's Day edition, Saturday, June 18th. The In Real Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Celebrate Father's Day, the start of summer, and the return of Tailpipes and Tacos. Saturday morning, June 18th, 8 to 11. We'll see you then, weather permitting. The In Real Time Car Talk Show is now part of the iHeart family. Now you'll have access to 24/7 Car Talk anytime you need a fix. Just download the iHeart Radio app and ask for In Real Time Car Talk, and there we are. Be sure to save us in your iHeart library for instant access. No matter where you are, you have the best Car Talk Show right on your PC, laptop, or mobile device and never have to worry about finding us again. Of course, you can always get access to our video and audio streams via InRealTime.com and your favorite podcast channel, and all of this is free to you. From the iHeart Radio app, you'll not only hear our Saturday morning live show, but the best shows of the past, updated weekly. Never miss a minute of up-to-date new car reviews, pre-owned reviews, Konrad's Car Clinic, informative interviews, automotive news, and the most fun car talk show on the planet. Just download the iHeart Radio app, search for In Real Time Car Talk, save it to your library, and with a tap of the icon, you'll be in touch with your favorite Car Talk team. In Real Time Car Talk, streaming now on iHeart.com/InRealTimeCarTalk. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.